What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. One Jefferson just got a fat contract in the NFL, and another Jefferson is trying to get a contract to get back in the NFL. And that Jefferson is Tony Jefferson. So let's get in and talk about this and how the Chargers have given him a workout for the minicamp. We'll see if he's going to be a fit, guys, but let's just go ahead and get into it. Bolt Bros, let's go. Bolt Bros! All right, guys, appreciate all the love and support here. Once again, like this video, subscribe to this channel if you're not. We love to be able to give you guys constant updates of Chargers news as we get any information. So once again, guys, let's talk about the man of the hour here. Tony Jefferson, once again, man, competitors welcome. Love to bring in more experience, love to bring more depth in this team. And this man right here, Tony Jefferson, is looking to get back in the NFL, and the Chargers are giving him a shot. So it makes sense. Once again, past Raven player, a guy that basically knows the system, understands the Raven way of things. You know, he did retire last year in May, and almost to the day, a year later, he's like, I need to get back in. He's got the itch again. He's got the NFL itch, and he wants to get back in the NFL. And I loved when Tony Jefferson was on the Ravens. That guy was a menace as a safety all around. He was a phenomenal athlete out there, too. He was a guy that really just caused havoc, and he was a great, solid player. He did blow out his knee in 2021, which did slow down, I think, his career a little bit, and a little bit of his speed. But once again, it's about adding depth to this team. It's about making sure you got players that are experienced, not just some guy that you have off the practice squad that has never been in the NFL. Eyes are going to be real big when he's on the field if he needs to fill in some gaps. It's about bringing a guy that has done the job and been there, and an experienced guy all around. Think of it a little bit as like the Thule, Mack, Bosa, and add Bud Dupree kind of situation. Bud Dupree's been in the NFL for a while, right? It's kind of the same idea as the Kyle Van Noy situation. Been in the NFL and done that and won Super Bowls, right? It's about adding guys that have been there, done that, and understand how to be in the NFL. And getting a guy like Tony Jefferson adds more depth to this team, and the safety position has been a little bit lackluster for us too. I mean, obviously you got Derwin James, one of the best safeties out there. You got Alohi Gilman, who had a phenomenal season last year. But then you start looking at JT Woods. We don't really even know who he is really yet. We look at AJ Finley. Did some good things on the field, but still kind of young in his career. Then you got obviously a Hakeem Dent. You got guys that are just trying to get figured out on this team. Adding a guy like that really solidifies the veteran side of things on the safety position for us. And I think it would be awesome to be able to see Tony Jefferson on this team. I mean, adding a guy like that would be killer for this team. And the cool part of it is he's a San Diego guy too. As you can see on this picture, this is a post-game interview after he played the Chargers in LA. He had on his little black eye, I don't even know what I'd call him, tape under his eyes, and it even has 619 on there. And in that interview, he talked a little bit about it, saying, hey, look, I had a little chip on my shoulder because the Chargers left San Diego, so he wanted to make sure the Ravens get this win because he is a San Diego guy from Chula Vista. And, you know, maybe he's got a little fandom for the Chargers all around. So, hey, he didn't like him back then, but now he wants to come back with us, and he wants to be a Charger. So I think it'd be really, really awesome to be able to have a guy like Tony Jefferson on this team, another guy that adds plenty of vet experience, and once again, can be an extreme competitor on this team too. I would think it'd be an awesome slam dunk signing, and possibly we could get him for a pretty cheap price too. I mean, once again, he's been out of the NFL for a year, but he's got the itch. He's got the experience. He's got the ability to be able to go out there and be a competitor. Bottom line for this team. I think it'd be phenomenal to see this happen. So once again, this weekend is when they have the mini camp going on. He will be there in attendance trying to show the coaches, hey, look, I'm trying to be able to make this squad and I want to be on the squad. I love that idea of trying to bring in Tony Jefferson on this team, bring a guy with extra experience, and just be a competitor for this team. I love it all around. Now, once again, you could also say, hey, look, you got other safeties that you could go out there. A lot of people talked about it. Justin Simmons. You know, Justin Simmons would be a great guy too. Look, I know Tony Jefferson's about 32 years old. That's a little bit older in the NFL side of things. but at the same side, he could go out there and still play. I'm pretty confident he'll do well with this. Justin Simmons has been one of the top safeties on the free agent market, has not got picked up for some reason. Maybe he's asking for a boatload of money right now, and maybe that's not going to be a fit. But adding Tony Jefferson would be an absolute plug-and-play type situation. He understands the Ravens way. He's bringing experience to this team. I think it's a slam dunk hiring for the Chargers to do this. So once again, guys, Tony Jefferson's trying to come back, and he's getting a workout with the Chargers for the mini camp. So I think it's really awesome to be able to see that him trying to get back into the NFL and getting a shot with the Chargers. Joe Hortiz obviously knows him. He had him at the Ravens for a very good amount of time. He understands how he is as a player and how he could be a great fit for this. Jesse Minter's defense essentially is a Ravens defense. He's going to be a very, very good, strong fit for this team. And bottom line, just more experience, more competitors. That's what we want here, guys. We want depth all around. Going back to the whole thing, the Tuli, Mac, Bosa, and Bud Dupree signing. That's about adding more experience to that side of this team, adding more guys that could be filling gaps if somebody goes down. I don't even like talking about that and even throwing that idea out there. But it's making sure we got depth. And that's been an issue with this team a lot. If you go back to the Telesco days, Telesco loved to be able to say, okay, guy goes down, we'll go get this guy off the practice squad, or we'll go get this cheap signing somewhere, and he'll just fill the gap, no problem. You know, it doesn't really work that way, guys. You're not going to be able to get a superstar athlete, a guy that's played at a very high level in his career off the streets generally, that's going to just be a plug and play and just an absolute slam dunk for you. This is a great, great hiring and great choice by the Chargers to be able to say, hey, look, let's see if John Jefferson has the ability, Tony Jefferson, let me get my Jeffersons right here, back on this team and get him right into a system that he knows. I think it would be phenomenal to be able to bring in Tony Jefferson as another level of depth all around. Gotta love what Joe Hortiz is doing. Offseason never ends, and he continues to sign players and gets players chances to be able to make this team. I love it. So big difference from what we've seen in the past, and I'd love to be able to see it. So once again, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think about this? What do you think about Tony Jefferson on this team? What do you think that he'll bring to this team? I'd love to be able to hear from you in the comments below. So once again, guys, James from Bolt Bros, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not. We always appreciate the support, guys, and love. Once again, James from Bolt Bros. Let's go.